Yo, Gypsy is not the sharpest knife in the drawer at all. So she posted something the other day about a prescription pad. I'm gonna play it for you guys and then we'll talk about it because it's just really goofy.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know what this is and what this is all about, so in my documentary, Christy had talked about finding a prescription pad underneath my mom's bed when they went to go get some of our stuff from the old Habitat house. So until now, it had never been photographed or seen in documentaries or anything. And so I recently came across it in a box of old photos. To my knowledge, it has never been used. I don't know. I mean, I could at least say there's no documentation of my mom using it. I don't know when she took it. It would have had to been between years 2006 to 2015. But it is legit. It's real. It's got this reflective thing on the back. So I don't want to keep it. I don't want it in my house. I'm taking full opportunity to document its existence. But a bigger conversation needs to be had about how was she able to even get this? So I just I might be acting on emotion right now because it's I've heard of it, but to actually see it, it's a whole different other ballgame. And so I just want to if the nurses or the doctors of this hospital is even looking at this right now, watching this video, this needs to be your highest priority. This is just as important as your badge, as your license. You do not leave this for people to find or whatever. This is not a toy. This is medical equipment. And my mind is blown. My mind is just blown, okay? I think I'm within my right to be upset. I really am. I think people need to have these conversations. Doctors, nurses, whatever, if you're watching, do not leave this for people to get. It may be too late for me, but do better. For real. Be fucking for real. Do better. Okay, so this is an update to my last video. Please do not zoom in on my gigantic blemish. Sorry, I had to start off that. So this is an update. I Googled where I could take the prescription pad to be disposed of, and Google said that I can deliver it to hand it over to a pharmacy. So a pharmacy is a little closer than a police station for me right now. So I'm gonna go and bring it. And I'm gonna record the whole thing. So let's go. Okay, thank you. So, I was going through a box of old photos, and this is 15 years old. My mom had stole this from a hospital, and I wanted to turn it in. Well, I could bring it to a pharmacy. Yeah. So, I'll shred it for you. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. You too.
Okay, so you see that she went to go return the prescription pad after, or well, drop it off at a pharmacy after like the internet was basically like, you know that it's criminal for you to even have that in possession. Now, for starters, let's be clear, that looks like it's a prescription for like a wheelchair or something like that, not a actual prescription for drugs. We also know that Gypsy used to steal a bunch of stuff. And we also know she used to sell stuff on the internet, like medical stuff, like wheelchairs and stuff like that on eBay. So she thought she was proving something. Furthermore, if that pad is over 10 years old, how is it so white? You think about that? And then also, why wouldn't the police take that as evidence? It don't add up. Nothing that she's saying is adding up. So it's like, girl, are you still coming on here with this BS? Like, you're still trying to push this Munchausen by proxy, even though it's been proven that your mom was never diagnosed with Munchausen by proxy. How long are you going to try this? I don't know, y'all. This is just, to me, it's dumb. It's just dumb.
Gypsy Rose is striking back at content creators posting a key piece of evidence in her case. Now, this is a key piece of evidence in the court of public opinion.
So I'm spending my Saturday night going through old photographs. I'm looking for a very specific photo. But if anybody watched my documentary, if you remember Christy saying that she found a prescription pad, well, look what I found. It's still there. That's wild.
It was long thought to not even exist. A prescription pad that somehow the police completely missed, that Christy Blanchard had said she had brought to them, trying to prove that her mother stole this from the hospital. But I have a theory that I think is going to completely debunk what she is trying to say here. But guys, stay tuned, because I don't think GRB is going to see my theory even coming.
Stop scrolling, because the Celeste Rivas case just crossed a whole different category. A medical examiner source is now saying her body showed signs of being frozen and then thawed before being found in the trunk of David's Tesla. That is not normal. That is not accidental. And that changes everything. Now, TMZ reports someone connected to the medical examiner is now disputing LAPD's earlier messaging. LAPD didn't call out anything unusual at first, but this source is saying Celeste's body had clear indicators of being freeze-thawed pattern, meaning she wasn't just cold, she was frozen at some point and then thawed. Why this is a massive red flag is bodies don't just freeze themselves. Cars don't just freeze bodies. And Tesla trunks cannot freeze or thaw out any human tissue. Freezing shows decomposition and smell. Thawing can make time harder to determine. That's not nature. That suggests action. That suggests movement. That suggests concealment. So now the real question exploding, was Celeste stored somewhere before being moved? Who had access to the cold storage? How long was she frozen? And why did they thaw her out before she was found? Freeze-thaw usually shows someone trying to delay discovery or confuse the timeline. The location does really matter. She wasn't found at home. She wasn't found out in the open. She was found in the trunk of David's Tesla. That means transportation. That means placement. That suggests that she may not have died where she was found. The medical examiner source is calling this not normal. LAPD's earlier tone made it sound routine, okay? Two totally different narratives. And when law enforcement and forensic sources don't match, somebody isn't telling the full story. This is no longer just a tragic discovery. This is a timeline problem, a movement problem, a concealment problem. Frozen, thawed, transported? That doesn't happen by accident. This investigation is nowhere near done, and somebody knows exactly what happened to Celeste and where her body was at before that Tesla. Baby Kandi said, I'm done playing house with a grown toddler, and filed her exit papers like she was clocking out of a shift. This divorce? Oh, it didn't just happen. It's been brewing like Mama Joyce's pressure cooker. So TMZ just confirmed what Atlanta's been whispering for years. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker are officially done. And here's the gag. According to sources, the divorce was a long time coming. Not weeks, not months, baby years. You know Kandi don't move unless she tried it, tested it, and prayed about it. If she walks away, that means the math stopped mathing a long time ago. And let's be honest, the internet's been watching the cracks, the body language, the side eyes, the why are you talking about me energy. We saw it all on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We saw it offline. We saw it in the reunion chairs. It was giving roommate tension, not husband and wife with love. Sources are saying that they grew apart, communication was shot, and they were basically living under the same roof, but in two different worlds. And you know Mama Joyce is somewhere doing a praise dance in the living room right now. She been calling Todd a schemer from the very beginning. Look, Kandi's entering her soft life era. She's rich, she's booked, unbothered, and her name stays in rooms. Todd can't walk into anywhere without a visitor's badge. I think she finally realized she has to stop carrying a grown man on her back like a backpack. If this is what a long time coming looks like, baby, Kandi's about to serve softness, most successful glow up Atlanta has ever witnessed. Stay tuned because this story is unfolding faster than Todd's excuses. There's a couple of things I think people are missing with this Kandi and Todd situation, and I want to show you guys a couple of clips and we'll talk about it.
Exactly, because we're not going to get married if we don't have no freedom.
If Todd was really there for the right reasons, that would have never been an argument. To me, that would have been a hard stop, but I understand where Kandi was at that time, and she knew she was going to secure herself. But she also said this the other day. Let's watch this.
I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but, this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you be seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me, okay? Got it. Anyway,
I think this is a prime example of a man infiltrating your life to want to have your life. And I feel like that's what Todd had been doing the whole time. He knew Kandi wanted to be married. She wanted to have a family, and he knew that he could get that out of her. And he wanted the life that she has. And I think Todd was always very jealous of Kandi, and I think it's very hard to have a relationship with someone that's jealous of you. Actually, it's impossible, even a friendship, because if someone's always jealous of you, they're never actually rooting for you. There's always an underlying issue, and I think this is a very good example of that. And it's unfortunate, but I think Kandi knew the whole time. And I also feel as though the real issue is he's going to try to say he was under duress when it comes to the prenup, but I think none of that's going to really matter because it seems as though he was cheating. So multiple people have seen him on dates, allegedly. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, I don't think Todd's going to get away with what he thinks he's going to get away with.
Hello, everybody. I am Onyeka's grandmother. And I don't appreciate
I don't know if this is real or not.
How you lot have been talking about my granddaughter. Onyeka, we brought her up in love and trust. People do make mistakes. They do make mistakes. So, she found this Danish boy that she liked so much, and she brought him home. And some of you are saying, well, there was no way her parents could have paid for the traditional marriage. We come from a place of affluence. We are very, very wealthy where we come from. Onyeka is a bright young lady. She works so hard for her money. So what? She trusted the man she fell in love with and gave all her money away. So what? People do make such mistakes. She loved the man so much, and she was ready to make it work. If not that the foolish boy left her and went back to his country, they would have still been married today, and we would have still been supporting them because it's for better or worse. Some of you don't come from a family of love. Some of you come from broken homes. Some of you, your hearts have been torn apart by wild creatures out there, like the person my granddaughter married. Some of you, where's my water? So, leave Onyeka alone. I know some of you are jealous of my daughter-in-law. Oh, she's not my daughter-in-law. She's my granddaughter. Sometimes when you age, you don't remember some things. So, Onyeka is just that she's a white girl in a black person's skin. She doesn't understand. Oh, some of you, you're damaged. She's a white girl. So, she wants to have a white established man. So, what is wrong with it? I say she's evil, she should have more sense. You evil person, where is the person you married? You married a poor man.
I don't know if this is real or it's fake. I'm starting to wonder if I'm special because I can't read the room. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. But let's be real. She's going to get conned again because of the way she's reacted. Lets you know that she really doesn't see anything wrong with it. So if this really is her grandma's really saying like, oh, well, then we should already know what's up because all of this has been like clown foolery. If we're going to be real, all of this has been clown foolery, like straight up foolery.
Am I the only one that didn't know MacKenzie Scott's interesting connection to the Black community? So MacKenzie Scott is an author and a philanthropist and the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. And she recently donated over $1 billion to several HBCUs. Now, this donation to Black colleges isn't random, and the decision was actually influenced by someone very influential in her life. So MacKenzie attended Princeton. While there, she took a creative writing course. The professor of that course took MacKenzie under her wing and mentored her, and she said that MacKenzie was one of the best students that she had ever had. Even after graduation, her and the professor stayed in contact and they would exchange letters. When MacKenzie was going through rough times and struggling financially, the professor would send her letters of encouragement. When MacKenzie decided to write her own book, this professor was the supervisor of that and mentored her during the process. MacKenzie applied to work at an investment firm, and this professor wrote an amazing letter of recommendation that allegedly helped MacKenzie get hired. At that firm, she met her future husband, Jeff Bezos. They got married, they built Amazon together, and in 2019, they split, and MacKenzie got around $36 billion. She vowed to donate the majority of her worth, including donations to HBCUs. So who was this professor? It was the Pulitzer Prize winning, the Nobel Prize winning, the late great Toni Morrison, who was the first Black female to win a Nobel Prize. MacKenzie says she not only learned writing from Toni, she also learned humanity, compassion, and philanthropy. I never knew this connection, but this is a dope story to me. Shout out to MacKenzie for her generosity and her willingness to donate her wealth to make the world a better place. And as always, the biggest shout out to the late great Toni Morrison. Wow, this is a dope story to me.
Okay, so MTA, please do me this one favor. Can we limit one crazy person to a cart? Because 3 of them is outlandish. Like, I can handle one, but now I'm watching my 6th, my 7th, my 8th, my 10th. They all bugging the fuck out. One lady, okay, I looked at the bracelet. I saw that's Bellevue all the way down. But, you know, I accidentally looked up, made fucking eye contact. She looked me dead in my eyes and said, "Bitch, I'm on the phone with my husband." I was confused because she didn't have no AirPods in, no headphones, no phone. How the fuck you? Okay, I'm on my business. And she proceeded to curse this nigga the fuck out. Okay, he probably deserved it. I don't know what the nigga did. I don't know what he did up in here. That's cool. She get off the train. I could breathe again. There's another homeless nigga. And like, I know he a homeless nigga because he looked like a homeless nigga. You know? And I didn't even breathe that way, bro. I didn't even breathe that way. I'm so upset, bro. Now this man, he's on the train yelling how he's a killer. Hi, gangsta. And he's arguing with another homeless man. And the other homeless man don't believe him. He start G-checking him like, if you a killer, then why you on the train and shit? Nigga, why are you on the train? How you minding another homeless man business? So then he start going the fuck off. He's like, nigga, I'm a killer. I'm only like this because they killed my wife, but I swear I'm working to get back. Sir, that's where he lost me. You don't need to get back. If you got so low that you on the train and you look like that, don't get back. They won. They fucking won. And when I'm telling you the nigga had on a homeless fit, think Balenciaga. Like, he looked like he was wearing Balenciaga, like the dirty shit. See these swimming trunks? Sir, it's fall. Why are you wearing swimming trunks? And he said, these are $100. No, they're not. You're lying. Then he said, you see these Converse? These are $100. First of all, I think he think $100 a lot. But for homeless people, $100 shoes, bet. But they were black. They were actually, they looked white.